Today I'm going to show you how to export in a proper codec out of Premiere Pro. We need it in the right codec to be able to broadcast it. So let me launch the program here. Here it comes. Okay. It's real important so I can get your stuff up online. Okay, first thing you do is you can go to, after you have everything done, you want to go to export. Oh look, the media, export media is grayed out. That's because that panel is selected. I need the sequence panel selected. Then you can go to File, pull down menu to Export Media. See? The other thing you can do too is go Command M. That will bring you right up. As long as you have the sequence selected, it'll get you to the same thing. So what that does is opens up this dialog box and you navigate around. Okay, now you want to look at, you don't want a QuickTime. We want to do it in an MP4, which is the same as an H.264. Okay, so you select H.264, give it a second. Now your preset, this just gets you in the ballpark, okay, because you're going to do a custom setup. But let's scroll down to, let's see here, where is it? We want Apple TV and 23976 or 29987, and you select that. Okay, that's got you into the sequence presets. Here, the output name, this lets you name your file, name your movie. We're just going to call it test. Okay, and you select a place for it to go. I would suggest that you put it back in your project folder, but for this purposes, I'll just put it on the desktop. Okay, select. All right, so now you need to look at your output as opposed to your source. Okay, you're still not the same. Okay, so we need to look at everything. Make sure that it is progressive. That is very important. Because most of what we shoot in does progressive, or is set to progressive. If it's not, if it's set for interlaced, it can look like, I don't know, long blonde hair on the screen. It really makes a mess. Okay, so we look at our width and our height, 1280 by 720. That's exactly what we want. Okay, you can change your frame rate right below that. Progressive, yes. Okay, you want NTSC because we're in North America. Everything looks good. Okay, you want to come down here to the target and the maximum bit rate. The target bit rate we want at 7. We're going to make this a DVD quality, okay? And the maximum, we want that 7, whoops. Okay, and then the maximum, we want it at 9, which is a little bit over DVD quality, but it still works, okay. So the next thing you want to do is come over here to your multiplexer. It's an MP4, that is correct, but you don't want it just for iPad, you want it standard. So select standard. Okay, everything there looks good. Come to your audio, double check, because you do have audio settings. AAC, there's just a couple of choices here. Just leave it AAC, 44 or 48. That's great, that's the best you can get. You want it stereo, you're not mixing in surround sound, and you definitely don't want mono. Upper quality is high, you definitely want that. We're not shooting with high def cameras to shoot low quality, or to broadcast in low quality. Bitrate defaults at 160 kilobytes per second with the audio. That's great, I'm good with that. Okay, that all looks good. Let's come back and verify our size. Nothing has changed. Be careful if you thumb down through this with the scroll wheel on the mouse, you can actually hit, if you land on like frame rate, you can change that inadvertently and not even realize it. Okay, now, if you look at this number over here, this corresponds to how much media is going to be exported. This is a real quick and simple way to get an idea of if you have stuff on the cutting room floor over here. So you want to look at that. Just pay attention to that. If it's an hour and a half long, chances are you've got something over there on the timeline. So now that we've got everything set, don't hit Q. What that'll do is that'll take you to the Adobe Media Encoder, which you'll have to go through this whole thing again, and a whole nother software has to launch. You don't want to do that. There's no need to do that. Unless you're going to export for some weird codec, there's no sense in doing it. and you look at your estimated file size, it's 10 megabytes. See, that's the big thing between QuickTime and an MP4, H.264, is its file size. YouTube will play with it well. It'll upload it quickly and stream it well in high def. Make sure that your audio and video are selected for output. Okay, then come down here and you're going to want to click export. Boom, and that opens up this dialog box, and it will give you a real-time update as to the export, where the export is. You can see that it's a real short amount of time that it's going to take to export, and it gives you a percentage. A QuickTime, like I said, will take a lot longer to export, a lot longer to upload onto YouTube or onto a cable channel or something like that. It takes a lot longer to encode, so we're going with an MP4, which is an H.264, which is a Blu-ray codec. If you do it this way, you'll have great success. Your stuff will stream. You can put it up on YouTube. It'll be high definition. All right. Thanks for joining me for this quick tutorial, and best of luck with your projects. Break a leg. Gordon out.